Sean Diddy Combs wasn't charged with obstruction or illegal weapons violations, even though prosecutors uncovered a hidden phone, witness outreach, and AR-15s with defaced serial numbers. In the next 8 minutes, we'll break down the 3 separate acts at issue: the disappearing device, the preemptive legal aid to witnesses, and the off-the-books firearms, and outline 3 reasons why those headline-grabbing allegations never made the charge sheet. Combs's team failed to hand over Device 1, a phone federal agents explicitly demanded during their raid. Instead of producing it, they insisted it didn't exist, claiming attorney-client privilege over its contents, an argument Judge Aaron Subramanian slammed in his June 9th ruling as not credible, and a strategic attempt to delay. Prosecutors flagged that missing phone as obstruction evidence, warning they'd add contempt or obstruction counts if it stayed hidden. Combs's lawyers even appealed to block its disclosure, and lost. Yet when the final indictment dropped, there was no obstruction charge. That phone, the court said, could hold the key to Combs's actions and communications. Burying it in privilege claims wasn't an innocent oversight, but a deliberate stall tactic. Sean Diddy Combs wasn't charged with obstruction or illegal weapons violations, even though prosecutors uncovered a hidden phone, witness outreach, and AR-15s with defaced serial numbers. In the next 8 minutes, we'll break down the 3 separate acts at issue: the disappearing device, the preemptive legal aid to witnesses, and the off-the-books firearms, and outline 3 reasons why those headline-grabbing allegations never made the charge sheet. Stay tuned for the full breakdown. Soon after agents began contacting former staff about harassment and abuse allegations, Combs personally reached out, offering to pay their legal fees and funnel financial support before they ever spoke to prosecutors. He contacted his ex-chef and assistants under the guise of helping, but the timing is textbook witness tampering. Federal rules bar any attempt to influence someone's testimony once they're under grand jury subpoena, yet Combs's team drafted retainer agreements and wired funds immediately after subpoenas were issued. His lawyers even argued that this was support, not interference, while court filings quietly note multiple witnesses who felt pressured and delayed coming forward. By footing their defense bills, Combs effectively signaled he controlled their next move, undercutting the integrity of their testimony. Still, no explicit tampering charge appears in the indictment, despite evidence prosecutors flagged it as a red line in their filings. This act of preemptive legal aid crossed from generosity into coercion, yet remains notably uncharged. During the home searches, agents found multiple semi-automatic rifles, AR-15-style weapons, with their serial numbers ground off. Under federal law, altering or obliterating a firearm's identification constitutes a separate crime. Yet despite clear evidence of defaced VINs and potential gun trafficking indicators, no firearms or weapon alteration counts appear in the indictment. Prosecutors documented the discovery in their search warrants and referenced it in motions, but opted not to pursue criminal charges related to the illegally modified weapons. That omission leaves a glaring question. Why bypass a straightforward firearms violation when the physical evidence was in plain sight? Prosecutors often secure the easiest, most provable charges first, and that's exactly what happened here. The sex trafficking and RICO-related counts come with a clear paper trail: flight logs, witness testimony, bank records. Those offenses are airtight and fast to present to a jury. By contrast, proving obstruction or tampering requires unpacking privilege disputes, motive, and intent, areas where defense teams can sow doubt and delay the trial. Pursuing the slam-dunk trafficking violations guaranteed a conviction and kept Combs in custody, while the murkier allegations were sidelined. In high-profile cases, that strategy minimizes risk. Prosecutors march into court with bullets they're sure will hit the target, leaving the trickier shots for later, if at all. The DOJ may be holding obstruction, tampering, and weapons counts in reserve, dropping them in a second wave of indictments or at sentencing. The Southern District of New York has a history of multi-stage prosecutions. They seal follow-on charges, build stacked RICO conspiracies, then unseal when they've corralled more evidence. By locking in the trafficking convictions first, they guarantee jail time and can leverage cooperation from insiders. Later, prosecutors could unseal obstruction or witness tampering charges once they secure encrypted messages, bank records, or additional witness testimony, pressuring Combs to flip co-defendants or reveal other enablers. This staged approach maximizes leverage and keeps targets off balance, ensuring the full scope of misconduct only comes into play when the government is fully ready to prove each element. Formally charging Combs with obstruction, witness tampering, or weapons violations could trigger a domino effect, forcing the DOJ to name every aide, lawyer, and security firm that helped hide evidence. Once you admit he interfered with witnesses, you must expose who arranged the legal fees, who filed the privilege motions, and who ground off those serial numbers. That risks dragging banks, corporate entities, and shell companies into the case, and could shut down entire firms under subpoena. By holding back these counts, prosecutors avoid opening a public records floodgate that would reveal how deep the cover-up goes. It's a calculated choice. Keep the focus on the trafficking convictions now and defer the messy fallout until they're ready to confront the broader network of enablers without immediately unleashing a courtroom spectacle that could collapse under its own complexity.